Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you the touch-up process that I'm going to do on the engine bay, because when you're painting the engine bay before planting the engine back into its place, it's gonna become a little messy, and sometimes you touch some of the chassis parts that you usually wouldn't do. What I'm going to do right now, I already done. I was using 320 grit sandpaper to scuff up the problematic area. Some of them were like tiny cracks or scratches, or just hit it with something and the paint chipped. So what I was doing, I was smoothing it out, so it's very smooth to the touch almost everywhere. That's the first step. The next step is you use one of these wax and tar remover, of course with some shop towels, or if you have a bunch of rubbing alcohol, probably much closer to 900%, the better. Well, basically this is what I have right now to use. I still have a little carb cleaner, but that's too harsh, so we're just sticking with these two. So in the next step, you're gonna grab the shop towel, put a good amount, and then you just start cleaning the surface real good. Make sure that you're cleaning it very good. Over here we have to use a little more because I can still feel it with my fingertip. You don't have to go too crazy, just make sure that it's smooth to the touch. And then you clean it. And in the next step, I'm going to use a little primer. I picked this one, the Prime Sealer, because I still have to do this part over here, and I was like, maybe let's go with this one that bonds base coats for using metal, fiberglass and more, and hopefully this one not just seals it, fills up some of the parts. And basically you brush it on. Since I'm doing this outside, I have to be quick because it's gonna dry quick. It doesn't have to be super smooth because we're coming back and take care of that later. Okay, so basically this is how it looks like after the first primer. What I'm going to do is just leave it to dry for a couple of minutes. Make sure that I was touching up every place that I want to fix, and then I'm going to come back, sand a little, And meanwhile, you want to wash out the brush because you don't want to dry. So what I'm going to use the other cap, and I'm just pour some alcohol in there. Or you can use brake cleaner, or you can use carb cleaner. It depends what you have around the house. In the garage. You guys already know the next step. You're gonna use the brush. You're gonna pick up some paint. You just touch up. Doesn't have to be perfect in the first time. You can just touch up. Because the next time we're gonna come back and do with a much better job. Well, as you can see, it's already much better. Of course, you can tell if you're getting closer, but from a distance, it's already much better looking. So, as you guys remember, I told you that I'm still putting back some more, yeah, that's the metal. So yeah, I'm putting more primer over here, and then I'm going to just touch up every area where I have to put more paint. It's time for a little more wet sanding. Now I'm going to just going to wet sand the edges of this because it's sticking out a little bit. And you know, with paint, it's not gonna cover anything that's sticking out. No, that's nice. Okay, let's clean it. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, let's check out every single one of them, and if it's like very rough, no. Okay, so this is how we look right now. You can hardly tell from the video, but in real life it's much easier to tell. Right over here, over there, underneath over there, here, all the way over here. Well, this one is a little bit shittier, you can really tell. This one over here. So, and obviously I still have to touch up the one on the bottoms because I completely forgot about it, and the one over there. So the next thing what we gonna do is wait a little for the paint to dry. Then I'm going to wet sand it again this time with I think 2500 lightly, and after that I'm going to use a little clear coat that I have and put it on the top. Okay, see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, it's fully cured. I left the paint to dry the whole night. So this is the next day. As you can see, it's pretty unified, because obviously we were using the same exact paint, but with your naked eyes you can really tell, you know, which one is the part that needs to be fixing. Like this one over here, this one over here, here's a little more, this one over here, this one, this big ass fix over here, one over there, this long one over here, and tiny ones over here and over there. I'm keeping this over here because I was just I'm trying to fix, you know, the metal, the one that's holding the motor mount to the body. So I just put it on the seam sealer. It's not the most professional, but since this is my first time working with this, I tried, you know, my best to make sure that it's like not that shitty. I mean, it still came out pretty shitty, but I'm gonna wait on it to dry. So I'm just covering this, and when that one is dry, I'm going to paint it over with the same paint. And I'm going to use this to spray that section over there. I'm not using to spray this one because it's like pointless, you know. But yeah, this is what I'm going to use to spray that part. But let's go back and keep doing this one first. What I'm going to do is still use the 2500 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna make it wet sanding, try to just, you know, take away kind of the edges, smooth it out, and when that one is done, I'm gonna dry it and put on the clear coat. And this is the clear coat that I have. I was using the 2K for this one, that's why it looks pretty good. And this one I think is just a 1K. It's the cheapest one. Well, hopefully it's gonna get the job done over there. Okay, let's get the 2500. Here you go, 2500. Let's make the surface wet. So this is the next step. Same thing with the clear coat. We just dip it in. Okay, so this is how it looks like after the clear coat. You can still spot that it's something irregular. I'm still gonna sand that a little bit, and we'll see after that. Well, after all, this is how it looks like. Of course, it's gonna look a little weird because I was using a brush instead of a sprayer, but it's already much better than it was before. Over here, I think I have to buff it out a little bit, and it's gonna be perfect. Over there is better. Over here is pretty okay. Probably I have to buff it up, you know, just a little bit to blend in much more, but it's still looking 10 times better than how it was before. You know, the scratch over here, or like a paint chipping over here, another chip over there. So I think it's gonna be all right. It's, after all, you know, in the engine bay, no one is really gonna complain about any of these spots not being perfect. Hopefully, you know, the whole paint job is gonna be perfect all the way around, and I don't have to worry about you know, the engine bay that much. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and if you want to do it on your own, go ahead. I suggest you to do it a better job than me, especially as you can see I was going way over. It's better if you just keep it, you know, small. So trying to just fix the chipping that you have, don't go over. It looks much nicer that way. I'm not really concerned about the look, but it's still better than the way it was. Okay guys, see you guys in the next video, and